Yes, 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 yes. All right. So I was just talking on Instagram, and I've been doing this little series on real estate. There's 2 videos so far. One, we got into holding cost. HC holding costs. All assets have some sort of cost associated with them. Go buy $1 billion in gold. Now you got to protect it. Where are you going to put it? You're going to insure it. You can insure investments. When you buy a rental property, you got to insure it. What is that? Holding cost. Anything that you spend money on, you have to spend money to keep money. It's just the way it is. There's management fees. So if you get the right asset, it's going to return more than your cost, right? Makes sense. That's called ROI. Very simply, in real estate, they might call it NOI, free cash flow. Like here's all, you get into accounting, a lot of different ways you can analyze the return of an asset. And some people want more physical cash in their hand. Some people want appreciation, because when you get cash in your hand, you get taxed. When you can delay it, real estate allows you to delay it and compound it at 10, 20, 30% returns a year. And when you do that for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you can double, triple, quadruple your money pretty fast. So, and even in some stocks, right? You can buy them, they go up, but there's a cost to play these games, holding cost. Should you pay cash for a house? Now, right off the top, one advantage to paying cash for a house is the holding cost. So we said one of the costs of owning a house is debt, right? But that gives us our leverage, right? That gives us a leverage. If you pay cash, over here, you just pay cash, you got zero debt, right? No debt. So you're not paying any mortgage. What does that mean? Cash flows more. So the cash flow is going to be positive over here. This is still cash flowing though, okay? You leverage it, you put 20% down. Now, when I'm speaking of leverage, I'm talking 20, maybe 30% down. That's leverage. You're putting it down. You're trying to get a 20, 25, 30-year loan. You can sit and play with the different loans. Is one better than the other? Depends on what you want. You want more cash flow? You want a 30-year note. Why? Lowers your mortgage payment. Means you can more cash flow in your pocket. Because on this house, you're charging rent, right? Right over here. You're charging rent over here if you pay cash. Both properties are charging rent. One, if you pay cash, is not servicing debt. This guy over here, he's paying debt. This, no debt, right? So zero. So there's no holding cost there. This has a holding cost. If you look, let's say paying cash results in, and it's just rough math, about a $400 a month return. On average, if you leverage a house and you buying right, like now remember, we're not buying it unless we get a minimum $100 a month. But really, I want 200. I got to try to figure out how to get 200 when I leverage a house. So maybe that means I got to put 25% down, right? Maybe I got to put 30, but I need $200 per door every month, minimum, to get this deal rolling. Now, over time, this is going to go up. You say, how's that? We're going to raise the rent. We raise the rent, inflation, but we always tack profit on. Yeah, there's inflation, and then profit, and then inflation, and then profit, and then inflation, and then profit, right? So inflation, just the movement of time on this asset, will raise the rent, lower the debt. So yeah, this guy started with debt, but guess what's happening every month? Someone else is paying off the loan. Over here, if you pay cash, you pay off the loan. On the other side, if you're more patient and you do a 20-year, 25-year, 30-year loan, someone else pays down the debt. You give up cash flow. So you may only get $200 a month. Over here, if it's paid for, you're probably going to get $200 to $500 a month. Now, add it up. What does that come to at the end of the year? This guy, he collects more money. Let's say he makes $7,000 a house. I got 16 houses. This guy over here, let's say he's got What is that? That'd be $2,400 under leverage. So you say, well, man, that guy made a lot more cash flow than that guy. Absolutely he did. Can't argue that. That's math. But here's the missing ingredient. Real estate investors get tax advantage. Let me show you how this bumps your return. So, of course, I got rags all in my pocket. You see the shirt I'm wearing, right? Millionaire code. Go hit that money flow merch. These are new. Got them in army green, white. I think they're in black too, man. Time times amount times yield. That's what we're talking about. When we do debt, we're buying time. You're like, yeah, bro, let me stretch this over 30, huh? Yeah, I'll pay you. Give me 30 years. Think on that. I'm like, yeah, I'll pay you. Give me 30 years. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get somebody else to do the paying. I'm gonna get this guy to do the paying. And for arranging this deal of me buying this asset, paying the holding cost, the first few videos, finding someone else to go live there, let them pay back the 30-year. I get $200 a month on the deal. The government lets me do this thing called depreciation. This is the tax part of the deal. You get to write off 3% of the house, the value of the home, over 27 years. I'm just doing easy math here. So a $100,000 house, right? We're keeping it simple. 3% of that, which is, it would take 27 years to do this at 3%, right? 3% is $3,000. The first, and this is simple math. The first $3,000 of cash flow is tax-free. How much did the guy that made cash pay collect? We said $7,000. He got $7,000. His first $3,000 is tax-free. He's got a tax liability, or what he's paying a percentage on is $4,000. You collected $200, so you get $2,400 at the end of the year, all falling under the window of the $3,000. All of yours is tax-free. You just got a little bump. He's not tax-free. He's paying them. This guy's tax-free, and someone else is paying them. You get the difference? Stay with me, man. Don't let this confuse you. So yes, paying cash will increase your cash flow and lower your holding costs. It'll lower your holding cost. For sure. But that leverage allows you to make your little drip tax-free. So over here we got tax-free, right? And over here we got taxes. Just let that sink in a minute. Now, what if, here's the next wonder of real estate, appreciation. Let's hear for appreciation. Let's just call it AP. A house on average goes up 5, maybe 7% a year. Maybe you're in a hot area, Houston or Austin, my area's a bunch of bums. 5 to 7%, that's what we do. We're not really going that far, that fast. Some areas, I'm reading this year, 15, 16, 17%. Now imagine I got 16 houses and they went up 16%. It's a lot of money. Here's the best thing. It's paper money. I pay no taxes on it, bro. It went up. I don't pay any taxes. And you say, well, how do you get your money out? You could borrow it out. You could do a portfolio loan. You could borrow against it if you want it. Or why get it out, man? Let it grow, right? So instead of putting $100,000 on this house, remember, we said we pay cash for this $100,000 house, paying us $7,000, what we say a year, profit. That's after taxes and maintenance. We're saying $7,000 a year. That's in your pocket on your $7,000. That's about a 7% return, right? If we put leverage on it and we put $20,000 down, now we're carrying debt of $80,000, right? And we said, hey, Mr. Bank, can we pay that to you in 30 years because I want to get paid to do this deal. So we do that, and our cash flow is, let's say we said $2,200, comes out $2,400 a year. It's tax-free. Here's the difference. We got $80,000 more. So we could go do this again and again and again, 5 times. This game we just played here. So, remember, all tax-free, bro. This guy's paying taxes. And you say, how's that possible? No? We put 20% down, one house, right? 20% down, two houses. 20% down, three houses. 20% down, it's four houses. 20% down, and it's five houses. And this guy has one. All right? $100,000 in, $100,000 in. Both guys got 100 grand in. This guy's got it on a paid for house. He's got a lower holding cost and a higher cash flow on that one house. He's collecting $7,000. I'm collecting 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. Now, this is perfect math, obviously. That comes out to what? $1,000. A what? A month. I got $100,000 invested in five houses versus this guy who's got a $100,000 house. That's one house divided by five. Divided by five is 20%. Your down payment's 20%. So you pay cash for your one house, you got a $100,000 house. I put 20% down on five houses. I've got $500,000 in houses, $500,000 in debt that five other people are paying down, that I get to capture the appreciation. I get to use depreciation to write off all the cash flow because it's 200, depreciation, 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 tax-free, right? Same $100,000. What's the return now, man? You see? Now that is the debt money leverage game. Now that's simplified. It ain't gonna fall like that. And I'm gonna run through it one more time. Now that's simplified, man. For all you guys that are smart, if you're smart, get the shirt. But I know some of you are smart. We'll do it again. 100,000, and these are just round numbers. You gotta change the numbers for your area. Maybe it's one house and three, whatever. You pay cash. This guy puts 20% down, which is what? $20,000. He gets a house as well, right? And he's got what? 80 grand left. What's this guy got? 0 grand left. But he's got no debt. So on the cost of the house, mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, right? And CapEx. We don't know what that's going to be. Over here, he's got mortgage, except this guy doesn't have it, right? Mortgage cost, that's your loan. He's got taxes. Everybody's got taxes. He's got insurance, right? We got to insure. This is holding costs. We talked about that yesterday, right? And we also got maintenance. And we got cash flow. These guys got cash flow. But because he's got no mortgage, he collects more. He has a larger cash flow. We said this house is taking down $7,000 a year. Over here, we're going to do this game. We got 80,000 left. We're going to do it again and again and again and again and again. And you're going to get times 5. When we said these houses appreciate, what, 5 to 7%? So we said, what, 5 to 7%? What's 5% on 100K? $5,000. That's paper wealth. That's appreciation. That's capital. Like if the price, the value of the property creeped up a little bit. It's a stealth drip, man. That grows over time. So you said 5 grand. Oh, this one, it's times 5. Remember? This one's 25, bro. The same $100,000 just got $25,000 of appreciation versus what? 5,000. It's exponential. The leverage X's the return. And it also tax shelters it. And it spreads it out. All of your money is at risk in this one property. The money's divided into 5 on that one. More poles in the water. That street may appreciate more. This may do this. They may stay rented. You may rent them for 10 years. Never do anything. Just collect money. Very little in repairs. You may get lucky. There's also luck in this game. We didn't even get into it. You could then borrow that money out. And so you have 5 notes coming down every month. 5, right? 5 of them coming down. 5 appreciations. Everything becomes a multiplier effect. So we'll stop there, man. And again, this is not perfect math. This is just talking. This is just getting you seeing the money flow. Just the philosophy behind this stuff, man. Behind taking money. All that is taking money and putting that shit to work. You're just putting it on this street, literally, a house on the street. Like it's so on the street, they give you an address. And then it's yours. You can do it again and again and again and again and again. Nobody can stop you except you. You need money. You need good credit. You need to be a person of personal power, self-driven, self-motivated. Learn, get on it, take responsibility. Everything that you have in you right now can take a small sum and multiply it and multiply it and multiply it.